What's going on, everybody? C4 here, and welcome to the official first episode of Pink Slips here in Madden 20. I know you might be thinking to yourself, C4, isn't this usually when you do your rebuilds? A lot of stuff came up this weekend. The rebuild should be out tomorrow, but we're going through a weird time on the channel right now, and I'm just the whole you hear posts have been hurting people talking about getting de-verified, all this stuff. I mean, my views have been all types of janked up. So what I'm going to be doing, I made this post on Twitter. Literally, any of my videos that gets over 2,000 likes, which is, for the most part, that's less than 10% of the people that watch my videos. If you like it, those videos do way better. Like, I did a rebuild 2 weeks ago. It was my birthday, so I pandered for likes. I was like, hey, it's my birthday, like this video. We got like 5,000 likes. That video got almost 100,000 views. The next weekend, I did a rebuild. Didn't say anything about likes because, I don't really like being that YouTuber guy. It's like, subscribe. But that I didn't ask for any likes. That video got like 900, and the views were like barely breaking 30,000, which is not good at all for really rebuilds this early in the Madden cycle. So as we start today's video, I'm gonna have to just start asking you guys to like, if you like any of my content, if you like to support me, the easiest way to support me, before it was going above and beyond, hey guys, support my Patreon. Now, just as easy as liking every single video, trying to get at least that 2,000 like threshold. That really does help my videos in the search algorithm. So that is going to be our goal from here on out. 2,000 minimum. If we can get between 2,000 and 5,000 likes on every single video, that is I can't even it's not just one of those things like, oh, he's just being a YouTuber trying to do YouTuber things. Like it's insane how much just liking a video helps my channel. So we're starting that. I already apologize, but for videos in the future, I gotta say it, because if I don't say it, even if I just put it in the top video description, no one really likes. I don't know if it's like subliminal, but please like the videos, like this video. Let's see if we can get at least 2,000 likes. I shouldn't even say 3,000. That's like 10% of you. Just like it. Anyways, we're here for Pink Slips, and hopefully we'll have a rebuild out tomorrow. Yeah, so we're in the preseason. Our roster's garbage. We made one move from the introductory episode. Is we took our backup quarterback. I'm hyped that all you guys are pumped that Gardner Minshew is going to be our QB. I mean, my God, the memes are insane. But you wanted me to make Taysom Hill our tight end, and he's actually an upgrade over Wes Saxton. So that's pretty cool that we have him as our starter. And I felt like, we're still in that introductory phase for Pink Slips. The last episode, I showed you guys the rules, how you earn stars, how you can win players. And I want you guys to give me any suggestions of if you like the rules, should they stay the same, should there be any suggestions. I'm going to let that dwell just a little bit more. I will be checking the comments of that video because I am looking for feedback. And today, I felt like we'll do the preseason. I'll explain what's going to happen in this preseason. But then it's also time to look at the wheel. For those of you that have watched Pink Slips before, if we get a 5-star performance, we get an opportunity to spin a wheel. And on that wheel, there are a bunch of different wedges that have different perks, different bonuses that we can apply. I'm going to put the wheel up at the very end of the video after we do the highlights of the preseason. And you guys can look at the wedges that we used last year, and anything that you might want to see improved, see added, we can do so. If you think it's just good, we'll keep it as is. But that will be at the conclusion of this video. I will show last year's wheel, and if we're good with it, we'll keep it. If not, I'm definitely open to changes. So how's the preseason going to work? Well, our roster's garbage. We need to try to improve our roster, but I don't think it's fair because our to get the star grades and stuff like that, our starters get pulled after the first quarter, so it's going to be really tough to meet a lot of those performance indicators, like throwing for 300 yards if you're only playing a drive or two. So here's what I'm going to do, and I don't really want to steal any players away from the Chiefs, Redskins, Giants, or Colts because it's the preseason and you're going to be working around. So here's what we're going to do for this preseason only, and maybe we can make it preseason next year because our team's still going to be garbage. We're only a 40 overall. For this preseason only, we are going to be taking team stats. We don't have to win. It's just going to be at the end of the game, we take our team stats. If we have 100 total yards rushing, we will get the 100-yard rushing star. If we win the plus-minus battle, regardless of if we win or lose the game, we will get credit for those stars. So this preseason, all 4 of these games are just performance-based, regardless of win or loss, to try to help our roster. Now, you might be saying, well, how are you getting your players? Well, here's what I'm thinking. I think we look at the free agency pool, and this is where we're going to be able to pull away 4 potential players. Well, obviously, we're going to be able to get at least some 4. And they're going to have to fit under the requirement of being sub 70 overall. So let's get wide receiver. We definitely need wide receivers. We only have 4 on the roster. These guys are going to be getting gassed. So we'll go right around that 69 overall mark. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that if we get a 5-star performance, we can get a player that is a 69 overall. If we have a 4-star performance, we can get players that are between a 68 and 67 overall from the free agency pool. If we have a 3-star performance, that's going to be players that are between 65 and 66 and 65. If they had a 2-star performance, that's 64, 63. And if we get a 1-star performance, that is a player between 62 and 61. A 0-star performance, which totally could happen, we're going to make it so that player has to be at like a 60. You can only be a 60. Definitely cuts down where we could potentially look at players. But given the fact that our base roster, we have 46 guys that are below a 60, even a 60 straight up is a slight improvement somewhere on our roster. But I feel like that's probably the best way that we might have a chance at getting 4 big upgrades. Looking at the free agency pool, there are a couple guys that I would like to consider top targets that we definitely want to shoot for. First up, right off the bat, at wide receiver, there's a gun. Look at that. Austin 316 there, Austin Pearl. That would be awesome. A little bit nostalgic, but for me, my #1 target at the wide receiver position is a guy that we have used in videos already, and that is Emmanuel Hall, the rookie out of Missouri, 6'3", 93 speed, 94 acceleration. You guys should know by now, Pink Slips is all about that speed. We could definitely use another tight end, even though we have Taysom Hill there. Another tight end would be pretty helpful. We could look at D tackle. We could look at linebacker. There is a bunch of options, but I'm telling you right now, getting some speed at wide receiver is going to be top priority. There's a chance of these 4 games, we might get 3 wide receivers just to try and help this offense out. But first up, we have the Kansas City Chiefs in preseason game 1. Let's go out and try and get a 5-star performance. All right, Gardner Minshew, your first pass live as a member of Picks. We got 3rd and 8. We're actually moving the ball down the field pretty good. We got McCaffrey in the slot. Oh, McCaffrey. Oh, McCaffrey. Minshew chucks it up. McCaffrey was not a great pass, was behind him, but should have definitely came down with that. That was a catchable ball. 4th and 8. I want to hop in here. I'm going to play the offense. Let's see what we got here. 42-yard field goal. Aguayo, he's a rhythm kicker. We definitely need to get him going, get him happy, get him feeling good. And there we go. Start things off with a field goal made. There we go. Bronson Hill. Beautiful. Okay, Rico Gafford bringing it in on the 1. Let's give Bronson another C4 special. Action Bronson. Shout out to Action Bronson, one of the best rappers in the game. Strictly for my Jeeps. Bronson Hill getting in for his 2nd touchdown, man, and he feels glitchy. I don't know what it is. Never heard of him really, but he feels glitchy. Well, there's a safety. That was not a good play call. Bronson Hill, don't even get twisted. He's been without a shadow of a doubt our best player. I have full confidence he's going to be able to move the chains here, which he does, and gets out of bounds to preserve the clock. All right, we're 1st and goal on the 7. We have no timeouts. So realistically speaking, we could probably eat 1 sack and still be able to get a couple plays off. Gentry is our main target. Oh, he fired it, and he caught it. Tanner Gentry at the dying moments is going to get this 40 overall team a dub in the preseason. What a play. Dolgala earned himself, I think, our backup spot. Who is this man? Andy Reid in shock. Upset of the year. It's only the preseason. Bronson Hill, Jacob Dolgala, 2 big-time playmakers shining as we get the win, so we know we're at least getting 1 star. I'm going to have to pop up the old scoreboard here and figure out how we're going to be able to break this one down. But 25-22, I mean, it was mostly our starters because we don't even have enough depth to have backups going up against, 2nd and 3rd stringer for the Chiefs. But that doesn't take anything away from this victory. This victory was absolutely insane. 69 yards for Dolgala. Nice. Let's break out our score sheet and figure out how well we did and what kind of player we could pick up off the wire. So looking at the scoring here, we jump right off the bat with the dub, the big win. That is 1 full star. As we take a look at the stats here, we won the turnover battle with a +2, so that is a half star. When you look at yards, I said we were going to combine them, but it kind of gets kind of stupid. Like, it seems all right when you talk about running backs, like getting 100 yards on the ground. But then when you talk about getting 100 yards as a receiver, that's not that hard. Like I firmly think that even with our bad team, we can throw for combined 100 yards. So we'll just eliminate that because we don't want to make it too easy on ourselves. But we did have 2 rushing touchdowns here for Bronson Hill, so we're going to give him half a star for that. And then on the defensive side of things, which you let the sim do its damn thing, we got 2 interceptions, 1 from Savion Smith, 1 from Emmanuel Mosley. That's half a star each, which gives us a grand total from our first preseason game with 3 total stars, which is going to give us the opportunity to head to free agency and grab a player that's between a 65 and 66 overall. So heading to free agency after our first win, we have our first target. When you look at the biggest weakness of our team and the fact that I hope that we can at least replicate this performance to take a swing at a wide receiver. I'm going to look at the defensive side. Our linebacking core is very weak. When we can get a rookie, we will pull the trigger. So Sutton Smith out of Northern Illinois, man, who had literally 30 tackles for loss in his final year at Northern Illinois. He looks like he's going to be a great fit for our team. Good athlete at 81 pursuit, finesse move, power move, block shed is as good as anyone that's in this territory. So welcome Sutton Smith as our new starting right outside linebacker. Oh, Taysom Hill brings in the pass. Gardner Minshew slinging that rock. Already down 7-zip to the Redskins. Like I said, it's not about winning here in the preseason. It's about putting together a strong performance. Oh, Taysom Hill! Holy sh... That's like as crazy as a catch as I've had in Madden 20. That's Taysom Hill. Look at this. Oh my God, he mossed him. Can I get another angle? Caught it over the back of 22. That is absurd. I want another look at that. I want a closer look at that. Let's get a look. So Minshew, somewhat clean pocket under pressure, so chucks it up. What do we got here? Let's zoom in. So that's Anthony Everett, I think, or DeShazer Everett, one of the two. Look at this. Oh no, 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 no. Taysom Hill. Oh, that is absolute insanity from Taysom Hill. That's gonna be our thumbnail. There's a thumbnail in here somewhere. Make sure you can get Taysom Hill. There you go. Craziest catch, man. Craziest catch I've seen all Madden 20. Oh, Max McCaffrey showing a little bit of that Ed McCaffrey gene. Big time touchdown. I can almost confirm right now. That was Dolgala. Davis Webb's cat. He's garbage. Oh, the juke spin. Nasty. Look, Dolgala. Dolgala. He is incredible. Back-to-back touchdowns to McCaffrey. I mean, Minshew was phenomenal in the first half, but Dolgala might be making a case of a QB controversy. That is exceptional play here with a very much undermanned team. Oh, no, Dolgala. Oh. All right, not a great result. I mean, coming down, it's hard reality that we're still a 40 over. I actually think we're 41 overall after the addition of Sutton Smith off the wire. We did some good things in this game. Dolgala pretty much reminded everyone why he's an undrafted free agent, though. 2 pretty bad back-to-back interceptions that really ultimately could have cost us the win. Probably cost us the plus-minus. Could have easily cost us 2 total stars. But let's add it up as we fall defeat 35-21 against the Redskins. So looking at the scoreboard, all of our stars today came from our receivers. Gentry with 100 yards, McCaffrey with 100 yards, Taysom Hill with 100 yards. That is 1.5 stars. We got 2 receiving touchdowns for Max McCaffrey, which is a half star, which gives us a 2-star performance on the day, which is an upgrade of a 63-64 overall player from the waiver wire. Back to the defense to get a 64 overall middle linebacker. We have Cam Smith from USC, really trying to overhaul the linebacking core. That's the center of the defense. I find like if you have weak linebackers, your team just sucks in the sim. We're not going to do a whole lot of simming, but at least for the preseason. So someone like Cam Smith, great athlete, great tackling, very well-rounded playmaker. I think he's going to be a leader of the defense, and he's a tackle machine. Oh, wind's gone. Wind's gone. The only thing he has is speed. Don't get caught. Don't get caught, which he doesn't. Minshew deep ball to win 62 yards. Gardner Minshew is going to be goddamn fun in this Pink Slip series. I told you, head coach Tom Savage knows what he knows. And what he knows is that Gardner Minshew is the only quarterback that can lead a team in Pink Slips. Oh, McCaffrey. Oh, you're not that fast. But you have enough wheels to take it all the way. 65-yard touch, 75-yard touch. I'm getting CFL. We're playing CFL. Minshew. I don't know how unbelievable. Minshew. Are you guys ready for Minshew? I'm ready for Minshew. And there we go. Absolute absurdity. You saw the loss against the Redskins. You're going to be thinking, oh boy, we're going to be in for one. We're going to lose a lot of games. And then we follow up, dropping 60. It's the preseason, but we drop a 60 bomb. Let's bring out the score sheet. Hopefully it's a 5-star and we can grab Emmanuel Hall. All right, this one was real quick. We didn't even have to look on the defense. So we got the win, which is a star. Minshew brings us 1 full star with both hitting over 300 passing yards and 3 passing touchdowns. When you look at the receivers, we get a full star from Gentry, who got double digits in touchdowns and triple digits for receiving yards, as did Wynn for a full star, and McCaffrey full of 4 stars. So that is a 5-star performance. So we can hit the waiver wire and get any player up to a 69 overall. Told you he was our #1 target. We're shaving 2 points off right here. We don't always have to max it out. Emmanuel Hall, wide receiver 1 for your Pink Slips. Year 1. We got 67. He's perfect age, 22 that we can grow and develop him. 93 speed, 94 acceleration. He got the stench of a Mullins family member all over him. Oh, Tony Pollard. We've not been running the ball very much these last few weeks. I'm going to make it a goal. And we establish a run, flex our muscles on the ground if we can, and try to get our 3rd preseason victory of the year.
You got him. You got him.
And then the running back out the backfield, up the seam. Tony Pollard, you got that 70 catch. Underrated. It's his 2nd touchdown of the game. Oh, Gafford, the 50 overall burner. 96 speed is the only thing he brings. Gets behind the backup corner there for the Colts. That's a dime. We're just throwing dimes here. Oh, Emmanuel Hall, burning cornerback 5 on the Colts. This is exactly why it was paramount we were able to earn them during this preseason. Yeah, are we playing a lot of our starters against, Lord knows, well, Darius Leonard's still out there. But man, we're smoking. There we go, rounding up with a victory, 38-24, 14-point victory, which is going to give us some extra points, which is dope. We'll come back and do our calculations by getting 200 yards, 3 touchdowns, with only 44% completions. Again, it was preseason, going against backups. This was a great game, ladies and gentlemen, as we got the victory, which is a star. We won the turnover battle, which is a half-star. When you look at the quarterback stats, we start with Dogala, 3 touchdowns. That is a half-star. We got 100 yards for Gafford, half-star. 2 touchdowns for Emmanuel Hall in a debut performance that will not be forgotten. But those 2 touchdowns give us a half-star. On the defensive side, Callum Baye got 2 sacks. That is a half-star. And we got 3 interceptions on the day. Mark Fields, Gary Johnson, and Brandon Bryant, which gives us 1.5-star total from that alone. It is a 5-star performance. So we finish up the preseason, giving us a 2nd opportunity of getting a player up to a 69 overall. Who we're going to select, I honestly have no idea. So before we take a look and open up the discussion about the spin the wheel, we need to take a look at who we can add from the waiver wire to our squad right as we get ready for the regular season. As we got a 5-star performance, we can pick from anyone that is a 69 overall or below. And I have a short list of 7 players that I want you guys to vote on, and you tell me which one you want to see added to the squad before we jump into regular season play as part of the relocation season. So We're going to start here at wide receiver, and we have 2 targets right out the bat. First up, we have more so a nostalgia pick. He's solid, but he's, he still is more so a nostalgia pick, and that is Austin 316, Austin Proehl. Clearly not maximizing our value as he's 4 points lower than what we could get, but he is on the 49ers practice squad, 65 overall, 90 speed, 77 catching, and 78 short route running. So he would be more so an opportunity to start at the slot position for our squad. If we want to maximize really where we could start to look, I mean, there are some nice names. There's Preston Williams, who's looked really good in the preseason, but I think Trent Sherfield could be the best bang for our buck. 6'1", 220 pounds out of Vandy. He got 91 speed, 83 catching, as well as 78 catching traffic. Now that's if we want to go back to the wide receiver position, which we already spent one of our tokens, if you want to call it, bringing in Emmanuel Hall. Then we can take a look at the tight end spot. This one here, I mean, when all is said and done, a tight end would be nice. I like Taysom Hill. It should be fun trying to utilize him, but he is still a quarterback that's playing tight end. So I'm looking at Bucky Hodges. They made his name Temuchin. I mean, that's probably his real name, but he's a 69 overall, 6'6", 260. Played quarterback as well, but that doesn't really matter for us. But at 6'6", 260, he got 87 speed, 75 catching, and 84 spectacular catch. So, I mean, even then, you could rock and roll with 2 tight ends and have Bucky Hodges. I don't really want to call him Temuchin Hodges, and Taysom Hill rocking and rolling at our tight end position. Looking at the offensive line, we got to make note. Dan Feeney, the former first or second round pick of the Chargers, became available. 66 overall if we want to try to build up this O-line just a little bit. He got 88 strength, 85 lead block, and 84 impact blocking. When you go to the defense, this is where we can get a little creative. I'm looking at Ja'Kai Polite. Highly touted draft pick, had a lot of first-round buzz, absolutely tanked his stock as a Gator fan. Pains me to see it, but he is sitting here on the waiver as a 68 overall. We would probably flip him to outside linebacker, but looking at his stats, man, 68 overall, he got 86 acceleration, 81 strength, 73 finesse moves, 71 block shed, and 82 pursuit. We've already seen how much damage he can do in a rebuild. In the Jets rebuild, we got him up in the 90s, so I mean, there is some good value there, even though edge isn't a top priority. Then finishing up in the secondary, always want to get important, and very annoying that Melifon was just 1 point above what we could get. And not going Florida Gator bias, I'm identifying Perry Nickerson, who's on the practice squad here for the Giants as a corner target. 69 overall, he has 94 speed, 72 man coverage, 73 press, as well as 76 catching. So if you want to try to get a little bit of a lockdown corner, because we have no corner right now that's over a 59 overall, Perry Nickerson would be a huge get for this defense. Or we could look here at free safety and TJ Green, former first-round pick from the Colts, 67 overall. He got 6'3", 215. We probably, if we want to, make him linebacker. I don't know how that would shift or fluctuate his ratings, but he actually low-key looks really, really good. He got 93 speed, 76 press, 77 catching, 74 tackle, and 82 hit power. So really an all-around weapon that we could potentially utilize on this defense. So that is our list that we have identified. Trent Sherfield, wide receiver Austin Proehl, tight end Bucky Hodges, guard Dan Feeney, edge Ja'Kai Polite, corner Perry Nickerson, or free safety TJ Green. Let me know what player you want to see make our roster. So as we finish up the preseason here for Pink Slips, and I'm probably gonna have just 2 videos for the relocation series, and we'll just do like the first 8 games and the second 8 games. We need to take a look at the spin the wheel, because this is a very important part, and it's something that keeps the balance to our big time victories. You only get the spin the wheel if you get a 5-star performance, which, I mean, while the preseason looked pretty good, things are going to get a lot more difficult in the regular season. I can tell you right now, in Pink Slips last year, I think we got 1 5-star performance in like our first real season. And then obviously once we were able to start building up a roster, they became slightly more frequent, but I don't think we ever got more than 5 in a single year. So that's about average. But here is the spin the wheel that we had last year, and kind of explaining what you're seeing right in front of you. Because obviously this wheel, it's in, when I do Streamlabs, when I do my stream, this is actually an interactive wheel that does spin. It's all randomized. But we had Lane Johnson juice, LJ juice, more so for the memes. But if we spun that, because we don't want every widget on the wheel to be incredibly overpowered, but we spun Lane Johnson juice, plus 10 strength to anyone on our team. Obviously, you could make it beneficial, and you could give it to an offensive lineman or a defensive lineman. or you can just be stupid and give it to your kicker, because every time we rolled it, someone wanted me to give it to our kicker. We have the pink special, which is another overall boost. It is +1 speed, +1 acceleration, because in the history of pink slips, fast wide receivers have dominated. That's always what we've been utilizing. You know, John Ross was one of our first. I feel like there was another guy. I can't remember off the top of my head. It was John Ross or someone else? That was like our two big legends in year one, like way back in Madden 18. And then last year we had the Mullins family, so the pink slip special. We have Dev Boost, which is +1 Dev Trait Boost to any player that we want. We have Steal a Pick, which is a little bit confusing, but essentially it's upgrade one of our picks. So you can only do it once, but hypothetically speaking, we have our own first round pick, right? And then if we roll that, that means we could trade our second to the team we just beat's first, and then you could do so on and so forth. So you could, you know, accumulate quite a few draft picks that way, but it's not really as overpowered as it sounds, because we have to still give up one of our picks to move up and get another selection. And then we have the +20 overall. This was the creme de la creme last season. It gave you 20 overall points to apply to stealing a player. So how stealing a player works, if you're not fully on board, which you should be by now, let's say we got a 5-star performance. Obviously, that's how we're spinning the wheel. You get +10 overall, which means essentially if I have a 70 overall wide receiver, I get a 5-star performance. That means I can steal up to an 80 overall player from the team that we just beat. But if you roll the +20, that gives you, instead of just 10 points to work with, you have 30 points to work with in terms of upgrading your team, so you can get multiple players, and it is a big time upgrade. Is that a little overpowered? Maybe. I kind of thought, because you know, it's all random. If we got it, it truly made it a special episode, because we can literally go from, yeah, just straight up, I'm upgrading a 70 overall wide receiver to an 80 overall wide receiver. You could now upgrade a 70 overall wide receiver to a 90 overall wide receiver, and then still have some cash to dump in and make, you know, an 80 overall running back, a 90 overall running back. So you get two big time players that way, and it really does open things up in pink slips, and kind of helps the, you know, it's going to be a long draw. We're a 42 overall team now. So when you get something like that, when you can get two big time players in one episode, it definitely helps with your team's growth and development. So always we want to look at what we used last year. Is there anything you want to knock off? Is there anything you want to make sure stays there again? And I'm definitely open to adding more spots to the widget. I'd like to keep it under 7, so 7 or less, so we have room for 2 more if we get 2 really good ideas. But that is the wheel, and we still have the rules that I'm going to be checking the comments from the introductory episode to see if you guys want to modify or change or do anything like that with any of the rules. But Pink Slips is here. I hope you enjoyed the preseason. Our squad's looking a little better. Let's be honest, Minshew was outstanding. We added Emmanuel Hall at wide receiver. He's a big-time playmaker. We low-key had 2 star devs in Jordan Mailata and Taysom Hill. Never really talked about that a whole lot, but we went on the defense, the side that we're not usually going to be controlling a whole lot, but when we're playing in stream, obviously we will control it. And we got Sutton Smith and Cameron Smith. I assume they're related. Come on, you know. So there you go, fellas. That's our team. That's Pink Slips, and like I said, we're gonna probably have 2 episodes for the regular season for this relocation, and then in about a week's time, I have some stuff that's ordering, because now we got face cam that I want to utilize for this series. I'm going to say probably, yeah, in a week's time from now, hopefully we'll have the Twitch streams going, and you guys crushed the likes. We need to crush them again. But I think we got like 3,000. See, when I ask for likes, you guys give me likes. It's awesome. Like 3,000 likes on the introduction episode where I said if it got X amount of likes, I think I said if it got 2,000, I will capture the Twitch streams and upload them onto YouTube as part of a series. So that will be happening, and I'm glad you guys are excited for Pink Slips. I'm excited to bring it to you, combination with the Raiders franchise and all the rebuilds and stuff like that. So let's get into it. Let's do it. Thank you guys for watching. As always, your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.
Money I'm spending, I'm out and I'm shopping. You talking that shit when you talking and talking. Look at my options, look at me dropping. Ass in the game, like who are you stopping? Not me, not me, not never. Not me, not me, not never. Not me, not me, not never. I'm way too clever. Look at the kid, Mr. Consistent, I'm doing it big. Way too persistent.